teeth between us. So.
Nice win, dude, to go left to right. Sure, you, Jacob. San Jose, I mean, the record, they're in last place, they're not very good, but they came and played tonight, man.
Yeah, no, obviously you can't take any team easy in this league, and a team like that, they have a lot of players trying to show themselves for next year and years to come. So can't take any team easy, but we came out hard in the third period and got it done.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think, like you said, they're pros over there too, and they're playing for something. So yeah, it's not going to be easy. And we were playing pretty solid. We had a lot of posts there in the second, and a couple of guys came in and said just stick with it. It's going to happen. And yeah, big goal by Melly there to get us going. And then yeah, we found a way.
Something we've seen for most of the season at this point. I mean, you could say to the last 2 or 3 months, but really at that point it's been most of the season. But an ability for the Firebirds find an extra gear, kind of turn it on when need be. I think the 3 goals came in about 11 or 12 minutes tonight. Certainly an asset that you guys seem to have developed, if not like an intangible that you can dip into if you need that extra gear.
Yeah. I think you play within our system, and it kind of wears teams down. You might get a couple in the first, you might get a couple in the second. You don't know kind of when it's going to happen, but if you just stick to it, and we've kind of, like you said, developed that habit of sticking to it and not getting frustrated. And you can live with the result either way if you stick to it. And say we hadn't scored there, we would have stick to our game plan. We would have been happy with it. So getting the win is what we obviously want, but sticking with it is what we want to keep doing.
Jacob said comment or question to you about that intangible. I mean, it's something we've seen with some regularity when you guys kind of need to turn it on. There's that ability to do so.
Yeah, no, we have a ton of good players here, and being able to have that gear to turn on, like playoffs is coming up, there's going to be a lot of close games. So to be able to have that second gear that we can turn on when need be, it's great to have. So it's great to see that coming in today.
Jacob, can you take us through your goal? It was a pretty great individual effort. You were falling to the ground at the end. What did you see, and take us through it?
Yeah, no, I just collected off the wall and drove wide. I heard 1D calling for it, but one of their forwards kind of peeled off me, and I just seen the lane to drive the net, and I just tried to get it on net. I thought Tuck scored at first, so I got up thinking he scored, and then they were coming at me. So it was a great feeling, obviously, to get that goal and get everyone back.
That is a good feeling. You'll take any accolades when someone's coming at you like that.
Yeah, no, exactly.
That's good. And then how important was that goal, Cameron, for to sort of finally break the ice? It seemed like that energized everyone.
Yeah, it was good. Doubt mine is just kind of get to the net, and I think Tucker made another good play on the wall, got it up to Otto, and then just kind of crashed the net, and we'll take those ones.
Right. What do you attribute the kind of slower, sluggish start tonight to? Anything in particular? Is it hard to maybe find motivation in certain games based on the opponent, things like that?
I don't know. I don't think that was it. I think we actually started pretty good. Like our first shifts were pretty solid. I think. I don't know. I think the flow of the game, they got one, and we kind of maybe took our foot off the gas a bit, but I don't know if we were that sluggish to start it.
Yeah, no, I'll add on. I think we had a pretty good start to the game. Obviously, pucks aren't going in, so it's may look that way at the start. But I think we played a great game. I mean, at the end, it came together for us, and I mean, if we stick to that game plan, it's always going to come.
You're inching, so close to the Pacific Division title now. What's that going to mean if you guys can finish off the deal there?
I mean, it'd be huge. It's a season-long race, so it's something we want, and you can obviously benefit from it with the rest. So just got to keep chipping away at it.
Right, because last year at this time, obviously you were still grinding, chasing Calgary. How does it feel different this year, this time of year?
Last year there was a tighter race. I think we're still grinding. We still want to get. We're getting every team's best, so we're still grinding to get wins. Like you saw tonight was a grind, so different in a way, but still a fun time of year.
Thanks, guys.
Perfect. Thank you.
Nice goals. Good one.
How you guys doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Doing well.
Pretty good.
nice win. What did you see from your advantage tonight, San Jose? You asked your teammates. The record is pretty crummy. They're in last place, but they came out hard tonight.
Yeah, they came to play for sure. I think we were a little snake bitten there for a while. Their goalie was playing really well. We hit what seemed like a post every 2 minutes there for most of the second. But yeah, I thought we were playing our game. Maybe we gave up a couple chances, but I don't think anything too crazy. But yeah, we just stuck with it, and things when you pour it on for that long, things are going to find their way in the back of the net, and that's kind of what happened.
Just now we're on the countdown, TikTok to I think 8 games left in the season. You guys have been playing great for months now, and obviously you want to be peaking when the playoffs come around. Do you feel like the Firebirds are peaking?
I think we're playing pretty good hockey. I mean, seems like we're finding ways to win. It's not necessarily by huge margins all the time, but we should have a group with a lot of belief in ourselves. And when we play our game, we're pretty tough to play against. So whether we're peaking or not, I think we will see about that. But I do like our game right now.
Do you think there's more? Do you think that the peak? I can come up with different words.
I think we can bring it to another level. For sure. I mean, when we're executing and everyone's executing and things are firing on all the cylinders and the power play scoring and the kills doing a heck of a job, and D are giving the puck to the forwards and everything's working, and we're putting the puck in the net, it's pretty fun to watch. I think we have a lot of those parts, but I don't think we've found the perfect recipe quite yet, but I feel like there's another gear that we can bring it to.
You mentioned penalty kills there for a minute ago. Obviously, you guys took that 2-1 lead, and right away they had, I think, 2 back-to-back, power plays. How important were those 4 minutes, and what did you see?
Huge. I mean, I think those were the game-changing moments right there. Other than obviously the goals, but able to kill off penalties there, especially back-to-back. Massive. Our group did a great job getting in lanes and making my job easy. We had good clears and weren't phased when there was another penalty called. And we just went back to work and got the job done.
But I mean, as a goalie, you're not involved in it maybe as much as the other guys, but it seemed like a little chippy out there. Is there like sort of no love lost between these teams? I know you guys have a great record against them. Is that?
Yeah, it seems like, I mean, I could try and stay out of it as a goalie, but it seems like there's some guys on that team that our guys don't like so much, and probably vice versa.
And then, obviously, sort of like Judd was asking, it seems like you guys have been on a roll for months now. What does it take to sort of I guess, keep that going, even as perhaps in the next couple of weeks there may even be some games that don't matter a lot in the standings?
Right. Good question. I think we just need to keep playing our game, keep the foot on the gas. Don't let any complacency slip in, and at some point we're going to clinch first here in the division. But I don't see that as any reason why we shouldn't stop playing our game. We want to lead up to playoffs. If we end up clinching, obviously we have a bit of a bye and a bit of a break, so we don't want to lose our game late in the season and then have a break and then go into the first round of playoffs. We want to kind of keep it rolling, use the break to rest, and then go in all firing on all cylinders.
That sounds good. Congratulations on that.
Thanks, guys.
Nice, man.
Okay,
Good
cool.
game.
Thanks, guys.
evening. They're all good. They're all good.
And I'm not going to ask necessarily about tonight's game.
All right.
More broadly, since we haven't seen you for a while, there's been a lot of moving parts. It's coming out. We've got some new dudes coming here that we will likely see, I hope, before
Dudes.
before the end of the regular season. Things are going well. How are you going to manage these moving parts over the course of the final game?
Yeah, it's part of the American Hockey League. We've got some call ups here at the end of the year for guys to get opportunities to play, and also we have new dudes that have turned pro and are coming to our team, and these you saw the same thing last year with David Goyette and Furcus and Mel and Ryan Winterton coming to our team at different points as the season ended to join our team, and that's a good thing for our group. Ryan Winterton wasn't somebody maybe you saw a lot of or any of last year, other than being here and getting accustomed to our practices and how we play and how we do things. But he's the guy coming, and so for Leighton Road and it's a similar situation for him, and he's got a chance to come in here and see how we work, see how we play, see how the standard the guys have set in terms of how we do things, and he also may get a chance to get into a game here and to see what he can do, and that's a good thing for the fans because he's going to be the next guy next year. But it's also a good thing for the team. It interjects a lot of energy. It interjects a little bit of pressure as well. We're still trying to push, and we're still trying to win hockey games here. So that pressure is good for the group.
Follow-up Minnesota Bias have played Leighton Road, had him here for a few days. Not only does he have a great hockey name, but have you seen
He's a great skater. He's got a lot of speed, explosiveness, and that's really his separator. That's really his big asset, and we've seen that right away. And he's got good hair. I don't know if that's a Minnesota thing, but yeah, salad. Yeah, dude. Oh boy. That's good. No, I'm just turning it off. I did turning the sound off.
Tonight's game obviously is second period specifically. You guys were flooding the goal, the shots, posts everywhere. In the intermission between second and third, did you feel like just stay the course, this is inevitable that we'll break through, or what was the conversation heading into the third?
Yeah, I think at the end of the game, it's you look back and this is how you gotta win in the playoffs. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. You got to get dirty. You got to be persistent. You got to be determined, and that's kind of how the game played out. I think I was a little disappointed in the shot total when I looked up in the first period and saw it was 8-8 and 9-8, and I was like, I thought that in the first period, I think the scoring chances uncensored right now, I had them at 12 for us and 2 for them. We had a lot of opportunity throughout the game to get the lead, get goals, and get up in the game, but it didn't happen. credit to Max and to Cameron Hughes, and we just talked about staying with it and keep going and keep playing. It's gonna have to be a little dirty. It's gonna have to be a little ugly, and kind of that made it fitting that it came from Mel getting that goal in the third for us, big goal for us, and then I kind of felt inevitable the way we were playing in the third period there that the next one was going to come and the next one was going to come, and it did.
Does that sort of build on itself when you're having great chances and you aren't scoring? Maybe you get it in your head a little bit, or you make the extra pass when you should have shot.
It just it adds some tension to the game. I think you may exit the first period kind of thinking it was a ho-hum lackadaisical, but we had 12 scoring chances. That's a ton of scoring chances to have, and when it doesn't come, it just adds some tension to the game, and even more tension. They get the first one, and now you're down in the game, and you're down in a game, in a game you feel like you should be winning, and it just adds a little more attention. And it was really just the guys talking in between periods about just raise the urgency level, raise the desperation level, and it will happen. And that's a belief that's you got to develop in your team. And so it's like the last home win here was similar to that. We had to gut it out, and we had to get it late in the third to get the goals we needed to win. And this game was no different. After the game, it's a sign of character in your team that you can stick with it, that you can be determined, that you can come up with some more urgency and get the goals necessary to get a win.
And what about San Jose? Obviously, they're at the bottom of the standings, but it seems like they played with a lot of fire tonight, particularly Chippy. Obviously, you guys got their number. What was it like out there?
It's been 2 years now we've played them, and the record is what it is. But it's not an indication of how hard these games are and how hard they play. Each one of those games has been physical. There's been an edge to it. They're a physical team. They're an aggressive team, and each one of the games we've played against them, regardless of what the number is, I'm not going to say it, but you get that from them every night, and that's we couldn't look past that tonight for sure because of the way they played.
And like you said, I guess it's good to play teams of different styles this time of year because you can see different things in the playoffs like that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of new faces kind of over there in that lineup tonight, and they showed they're a good team. They're not I'm not going to talk about the record. They're a good team. They got a lot of good players over there. They played hard. They played physical. It's always seems to be a physical match against San Jose, and it was again tonight, and that's a good thing for our team. Thank you. Yep, thank you.